This is Dr. Phil Chavez. Almost from the beginning of Islam in the 7th century, Muslims were waging war against the Christians. The Crusade Wars, among which there were 7 major and several minor, lasted from about 1295 to 1291. Now the Christians in the East, especially around the Mediterranean, held firm against the attacks of the Muslims until 1453, when Constantinople was taken, causing the fall of the Christian Byzantine Empire. After that, the Muslims ruled much of the Mediterranean, causing much havoc and enslaving countless thousands. Now, the Sea Battle of Lepanto in 1571 was the event for Muslim defeat. That year, Pope Pius V galvanized key nations of Europe to join in a holy league to stop this enemy. The papal fleet was joined with Spain under King Philip II, the republics of Venice and Genoa, and other small nation states. Pius V asked Philip to appoint Don Juan of Austria, the 25-year-old son of Emperor Charles V, as commander-in-chief. Philip II presented Don Juan with a large image of Our Lady Guadalupe, whose apparitions occurred only 40 years before, and Don Juan placed that picture in the chapel of his admiral vessel, the Andrea Doria, and consecrated his entire fleet to the protection of the Mother of God. Now, on September 16, 1571, the Christian fleet went to sea. Don Juan learned the Muslims had leveled entire towns and villages around the Gulf of Corinth, and so led his fleet through the Gulf of Patras to engage. At dawn on October 2nd, the Christians and Muslims met off nearby Lepanto, on the west coast of Greece in the Ionian Sea. Now, the wind and many military factors favored the Muslims, but Don Juan was nonetheless confident. He boarded a fast ship for final review of his fleet, and like Braveheart, he shouted words, encouraging words to his men, and they shouted back. After Don Juan returned to his attack position, the wind mysteriously changed to the advantage of the Christian fleet. Now, before, Pius V called for all of Europe to pray the Rosary for victory, and exactly at that time of battle, from dawn to dusk, the pontiff was accompanied by many faithful praying the Rosary continually in the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore in Rome. The Muslims were defeated. Of some 270 Muslim ships, 210 were destroyed or captured, and only 17 Christian galleys perished. The Muslims lost about 30,000 men, and over 12,000 Christian galley slaves were freed. Christian casualties numbered, some say, around 5,000 to 7,000. Now, Pope Pius V instituted the Feast of Our Lady of Victory to commemorate this amazing victory at Lepanto. Soon after, in 1573, Gregory XIII changed it to the Feast of the Holy Rosary, which again is celebrated every year, October 7th. Don Juan retired after his victory at Lepanto, but died a few years later at the age of 31. Taking part in the battle was Miguel de Cervantes, the Spaniard who lost an arm but lived to write his epic book on chivalry, Don Quixote. Now, some Western historians believe this was the most decisive naval battle anywhere on the globe since the Battle of Actium in 31 BC. Who knows? If the Christian fleet would have lost at Lepanto, we may all be speaking some kind of Arabic dialect today. Brothers, God be with you. And Our Lady of the Rosary, pray for us. We appreciate you viewing our Manly Minutes. Thank you for whatever donation you can offer to make our content possible. Go to themensacademy.org/donate. Thank you.